I have no clue what I'm doing right now. But I am getting ready for work, and I haven't even looked at whatever I posted yesterday, or I don't know. Um, it's hard for me to look at because, like, I just like I know I'm so emotional, and like I don't know. It's just like tough. There's like a lot of like shit, right? Um, and like it just all sucks. It just kind of all sucks. And there are plenty of other people who have it way worse than me. There are plenty of people who like I don't know. Like I'm pessimistic, but and I don't even know. Like I don't even know. Like I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Like because I always feel like a contradiction, like a hypocrite. Like my mind changes, my feelings change consistently, constantly, and it's just like tough. Um, because I just have this tendency to consistently choose like whoever that I can feel like I can love them enough to like then love me, if that makes any sense. And the older that I get, the more that I just like really come to realize that a lot of that it's because like my mom has never seen me. Like she's never seen me. She's never seen me. She's never tried to see me. And like I understand that she just kind of probably can't, you know? Um and it makes it very difficult because I also live with my mother. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't believe she likes me. I don't believe she's ever liked me. I do believe that she loves me to a certain degree. Um, and like there are very there like I could have had a way worse mom. Way worse mom. Like I'm not trying to trash on her at all. Because I do love her. Like I love my mom. But what do I do? What do I do when I know that she can't see me? To her, I am just this like super over emotional, dramatic, sensitive, I feel like crybaby. And she ain't wrong. She ain't wrong. But that's just kind of who I am. I feel a fucking lot and I don't know what to do with it besides just be me. And when I say be me, I don't mean in a way to where because I'm this way, everyone else has to respond this way. I'm not saying that at all. No one has to accept it. I just can't change like literally who I am, I guess. Um and it just kind of sucks. Like my next door neighbor, um she was like saying like if you can identify what you think they would want from you, like to believe God and God in a certain way and like match and just all that type of stuff. I'm kind of mixing in like some of my thoughts about my mom and then some of my thoughts on my ex-husband. Um, so the conversation may get a little convoluted and like a little difficult to follow here. But with me and my ex-husband, and like kind of with me, there's like there's like always just like this kind of like battle. I feel like of like me like being to him like why do we have to care about society and what other people think? Because especially like in the Black community, there's such a heightened there has been. I'm not gonna say this is like still divides the environment. Because truth be told, I don't know what goes on like outside of like the people I live around. Um, I like watch my TV shows. I work on my projects. Now I have my job and I work my job and that's about that. So I don't know what like people are like in gatherings anymore. Like I don't know. But growing up, at the very least. in the sector of Black community that I lived in, and it's not that unsimilar from what my husband was raised in. There was this always this big hoorah about appearances and matching and who looks the flyest, who looks the best. Like we'll go without taking care of ourselves in order to like have the best looking fit, you know? And I've always just been like, I don't know, like when I was younger, I did kind of like try a little bit or whatever, but it was so obvious it wasn't me. Um, so then I would just like do whatever I want and like dress however I want. But then that was made me seem like the goofy Black girl or just there's a lot of shit, okay? Um, and I consistently try to find a way to explain it all, but it's just so hard. And I know even now I'm probably not even making a lot of cohesive sense. Um, but I posted a video or a live yesterday talking, and it was a very emotional live. Um, Crash out to me is such a like relevant term. Um, I relate to it so much because I feel like I crashed out a decent amount in my life. And like unfortunately have also done it online. And I try like not to be that person. But sometimes with the stuff that goes on in my environment, I and that is also partially my fault because I try to just like get by and like just like hope that like I'll kind of figure it out. I remember at one point, when I like was first getting evicted and people would be like, "What's your plan? And I was like, I don't even know how to plan. Like, I don't know how I got so stupid at life. Like, I don't know. Or maybe I always was, and I don't know. Okay. I like literally just don't know. I can barely sleep half the time because like my heart feel like it's gonna go out of my chest as I'm trying to figure out like 'cause my mom's putting us out soon, New Year's Eve, I guess, and I only just recently found out that, like maybe my eviction, since it was during COVID time, like maybe I do have a way because I've been thinking this entire time that I would need like $10,000 saved just to get just to be able to rent somewhere because of my eviction and my record. And I didn't even know until like a little recently that like enough time has passed and with the fact that COVID that I may have a chance. And so I have just kind of thought that I had to live here, and that again is on me because if I had done some research or even like maybe express these fears, then maybe I would have realized that. But I didn't. And like now the living environment has just become so volatile and so hostile and so tense. I like am like holding my breath like when I see my mom's car, to be honest with you. Because like I just like I don't know what is going to be like wrong when she gets in the house and like what am I gonna do to upset her? My brother's struggling like really bad. And I'm not gonna say much more about it because like I don't know. Like I know he doesn't care. Like Umar, like I love him. That's a human who feels more than me, and that's hard for me to say, okay? That is a very deeply feeling human. And he gets rejected so much in a way that people don't understand because of his sexuality. And like he lost a lot of like his family when it came to church when like people found out that he was gay, and he was like all of a sudden no longer allowed to like work with the kids at the church. He was no longer allowed to be a camp counselor. Like that's difficult for him. So it's difficult for him to then go to people's weddings and events when he knows he's not generally accepted. And I have my own thoughts about sexuality for myself, but I'm not going to get into that right now because it is 8:04 and I have work at 8:30. Um, and I have no clue if anyone will listen to this. I barely even know what I said. Um, and I just like I don't have the heart to go back and listen because like then I think about what people are going to think about what I'm saying. And and that they're gonna see that like I am the fault for everything because that is how I typically feel. But I know that's not necessarily true. There is accountability for me in every situation, for all of us. But like then at the same time, like it is not all on me. It's not all on her. It's not all on him. It's not all on me. Like I react to it, and me reacting to some of the shenanigans and upsets or whatever, like is a major flaw of mine. It's a major failure of mine. I wish things were better with the people that I love. Because like even when it comes to my ex-husband, I love him. I'm not in love with him at all. And I honestly feel so much happier without him my day to day. I did not realize just like how much stress he was adding to my life, how like just trying to like keep him from getting tickets, which would make us lose more money, or like literally like where were you? Because I know good and well that you were not at Jason's house, okay? Um like just like trying to be like freaking detective and like figure out like was he where he like just all that bullshit, like it was just so much. And like it is true when they say like if you don't stand for something you'll fall for anything, because I did not really have any standards when it came to picking somebody to be with, to be honest with you. I just wanted to love someone and to get that love back, and for me I didn't even care how much love you gave back to me. I just wanted it. And that a huge part of that is because my mom never saw me, and she can't. And on top of that, she like to her the even like the questioning of can you see me for her is like, girl, why you gotta do that? I took care of you and you still live in my house. You ain't get a job until just now. So what you talking about, girl? If you don't got my face, girl, ain't nobody think of all that. That would be her mentality. That has been her mentality. Even if you ask a question, like trying to get clarification to her, that's just immediate disrespect. And it makes it all so confusing. And it makes everyone, at least me, on edge. Like, I don't know when, like, I'm just going to be told this has to happen. It just has to happen because I stay feet away from her. And it's just, like I said, it's just so difficult. It is so difficult. I'm just going to stop talking now. 07. And I thought I was going to, like, talk all this and, like, talk while I'm like setting up my stuff to get ready for work. But nope, instead, I have just paced myself in a circle. I'm just walking a circle in my kitchen, like a Looney Tune. Um, but oh yeah, I was saying yesterday, like I'm sitting here going back and forth with Jay's lawyer that he can afford because, like, he doesn't take care of a child, and from whatever he's the kept man. His fiance or something like that, I think, takes care of him and stuff. Or I don't know. I don't know. Like, I hear bits and pieces here and there, but I don't care. I don't care if he's with someone else. Like, he has been for forever. He was during our entire marriage. He's with plenty of people, plenty of y'all. Okay. Um, and like that part of me of caring is like 2020. Um, but what I do care about is the fact that he doesn't help take care of our child. Up until last year, he was still coming and staying only a feet away from me. He would just pop up at our house because he was allowed to after stuff that he's done to me. Like, even the fact that, like, and this is the thing, like, when he first decided to leave, the first thing that my mom told me was, I need to get ready for what I did to my husband. I did not expect that. I, like, thought that people around me valued marriage, and, like, that was the one thing that they would be like, you guys should work it out, try to work it out. But most of the advice was only for me to work it out with him. And I did actually try, but he didn't actually want anything for us to work out. He wanted to be able to leave, abandon his family, and still be seen as the good guy. That's his ultimate goal. And he moves to Texas. He leaves all of his responsibilities to start a new life in Texas, and he has the upper hand because I'm the one sitting here taking care of our daughter. And so he can have the expenses, he can have the money, he can have the bandwidth to hire an attorney to represent him and to trust me while I am trying to work my job and I mess up at my job. And it just like freaking me, like, because I'm on a tight deadline, very tight deadline. And I just feel like the walls are closing in on me and it feels hard to breathe. And I don't think I have a lot of faith in myself, like all the way. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to stop talking now. I'm going to walk to my little iPad and I'm going to stop talking. And I have no clue exactly how I'm even going to post this, like what I'm going to do. Like, it'll probably be a freaking black screen and my voice. And if anyone wants to listen, feel free to take a gander. And if yeah, because honestly, like if you do or you don't, I won't know. Um, I asked for help, but like I'm not even looking because like I know that the response is going to be what the response has normally been, and I'm not trying to be ungrateful for it, but the resources that people send me, I have followed through. I have exhausted them. I've had my stepdad take me. We've been we drove around a couple of days looking. He took me like different offices, like I and like they all basically just like kept telling me like there's nothing they can really do for me. I don't remember the semantics of like what exactly they were saying. Some of them were basically saying like because of like the process the case is already in, that like they couldn't help. Like that's not what their services were intended for. And so it's just like been a big circle. Um, and like I don't know, like it's just like really difficult because like if he gets like an emergency like court date, like I will have to probably decide between keeping my job because I'm on a probationary period when you first start here, so I can't just like leave. He can have an attorney go represent him. I can't afford that tool. Like I just can't right now at the moment. Um, I can't afford $300 for someone to go represent me for 15 minutes. Like I can't afford that. But like I'm worried that I'm gonna have to make the choice between like making sure my daughter keeps her stability and doesn't get yanked to Texas out of nowhere in the middle of fifth grade because that's the order that he filed. On top of the fact, I know I said it didn't go, but I'm gonna finish real quick. Because on top of the fact that like what he filed was just nothing but lies. He filed a paperwork saying that I have alienated Jaden from him. He has not been able to talk to her or see her in the past year. And like it is all just like lies. Like he literally has talked with Jaden and saw her last month. And so it's like he puts this stuff on the record and then wants me to pay for his legal counsel. It all feels like a slap in the face. I take care of your child. When you pretend like you're a man of morals, I take care of your child. And then you want to take her from me when you get set up. And on top of that, you want me to pay for it. Feels like a slap in the face. And I have applied for child support. I do not know. I do not know if it's because another state that it takes long. I do not know exactly why. But the man has been gone since 2021 and he's never paid child support. Now I'm gonna get off. Okay, a lot because I actually had like another thought, but I am going to make sure that do I need to do and still get my stuff ready for the day. Um, but I do want to end on a different note actually, because like while I do believe my mom has never seen me and can't, um, I did not understand like for myself how much like I did need that at a point. It was the same for me like when I was younger. My dad was incarcerated up until I was like 16. And like eventually I just like really gave up on the thought of him because like that's a long time. And um when he first got out, I really felt like he owed me an apology for not being there. And he did not believe that he did. And that was something I really needed at that time. And he refused to give that to me. Like he refused to even entertain the notion at that point of apologizing for not being there. Like I understand that once you are like there, that you can't decide to just like leave and come see me. But at the same time, like to me as a kid, I felt like, I don't think I was wrong, that it was still your actions that caused you to have an absence in my life. Therefore, thus and such, like nigga, can you say sorry? Um, but now at this point, like I don't care anymore. Like I don't feel that same way. I don't need that. Like I have reconciled with my dad, and like if he were to like give that to me, like it would do nothing for me at this point. So I've never even like brought it up to him. Like I don't care anymore. And with my mom, I'm working towards that. And I kind of do think I am there. Like it's weird. Like I like once I really feel like I've identified it now, like then I like think it through and I'm like, whatever. I don't know if that makes any sense. Um, but it's just shit that I wish I would just killed on my own so then I wouldn't have ended up in like this type of like dynamic that's a permanent situation I have to deal with like him. Like my ex-husband, because the fact that I chose to procreate with him, not procreate him, but procreate with him. Um, and it's also a little funny to me because like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And when I was younger, I was like, oh, I want him so much. People were like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I was like, yes, I love this man. Oh. And it reminds me of that saying, like I can't even think of it now, but like yeah, the back end or something, I can't remember. But anyway, what I was going to end the note on is I say all that to say that my daughter serves so much healing. I do think that there is a generational curse of like I don't think that my grandma may have really always saw my mom, that my mom doesn't always see me, but that is not the case with me and my daughter. And I try to pour as much love as possible into her at all times, hug her. I tried to give her everything I felt like I did not have. And again, I'm not blaming my mom. My mother had me at 14 years old. Okay. I do not, absolutely do not think that she could have even known this at that age. So to that degree, I do not blame her. Now, the situation that we are in now living, it is difficult. And I'm also not even going to say I completely blame her because she has let me live with her ever since Jay left. He has. It's just gotten a lot more rough lately. And it just feels like we are all at the end of our ropes and that we're probably just would be healthier not together. It's just the path of trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Also, I've never lived on my own really. Besides like this the time frame in between when Jay left and before I got evicted from my apartment. Other than that, I've always like lived with people. Um, not like it was at my place, like but like I had another adult living with me. Um, and I feel very safe where I live. I just like I'm just like very terrified of my future basically. And it's like all my fault. It really is. I would have probably been here regardless of anything. Honestly, my mom, ex-husband, because of the way I've made choices. I've always picked other people over myself. And that's not like in a like, oh, look at me, I am this super awesome, nice person. I'm a martyr or whatever. It's not that. It's not cute. It's not good. It's cringe, and it's cringe because like it's ways that I would never want Jaden to behave with other people. Like, and it's that's another reason why I'm glad that now like looking back that my ex-husband even did what he did because our daughter was getting older. That was causing an issue because I was starting to become more aware that she could repeat these same patterns. And there's no way I want my daughter to be sitting there like trying to ask another grown man or woman like to just talk to you and to not all of a sudden just like lash out on you and just do some of the things that her our dynamics were in our relationship. Now I'm done, I guess. I don't know. I don't never know any of this stuff. I'm just gonna put it all down. Put it all down. I'm gonna have a good shift today, and I'm very thankful and appreciative and grateful for the job I have found. I was working for a weed control company before, because basically um one of the jobs I worked with, like they basically like fired all of our team when they moved companies. They got sold. I was working for a company called Slingshot. They got sold and became Workwave, and like we all had bonuses. And so I think they wanted to like really get rid of all the bonus employees because they really did. Even Mark, and Mark was an exceptional employee. Um, and they found a way to let him go. But that's neither here nor there. But that happened. Um, and that happened like a little bit before my mom had her open back surgery, and that was a lot. Um, because of course, no matter what, I'm always gonna be there for my mom. Um, no matter how sad I may feel about her, that's never gonna change. She may get upset because the way I respond, she may feel like it's disrespectful or something. Um, but that's never been my attempt. It's just like difficult, okay? It's just a little difficult sometimes. Um, but what was I about to say? I was gonna say something, I don't remember anymore. Oh, my job. I do really like them. I do really like them. That's what I was talking about my job, the switching and everything. Um, I was working with Slingshot or whatever. Then like they let me go. I was going through time out events and stuff like that. Um, and then it took me a few months, but then when I finally did find another job, it was selling weed control for Indiana. I sucked. So they let me go because I literally could not sell water to a fish. When it came to weed control. But they were so nice there. And but yeah, so that happened. Um, but now I've finally landed at a very good place, I believe. Everyone here is just so encouraging. Like, um, I just really like the environment. They give us 16 hours a year to do volunteer work. Um, so it's like just like that kind of environment, and they're just really nice people so far. Like, of course, I still need to do everything I need to do to make sure I keep my job. Um, but yeah, they're still very nice. And our way our scheduling goes very weird because I have to schedule myself up to 40 hours a week, which I'm happy with because I want to work. I want the money. But I have to schedule myself up to 40 hours. And we have like 30-minute, an hour, 32 hour, 1 hour type of increment shift that we schedule ourselves in. And yesterday, going back and forth with Jay's lawyer, I accidentally looked at my thing the wrong way and got off when I was supposed to still be on. So I got an attendance point already. But I'm gonna keep it together. Not gonna let anything happen with this one. And since my shift starts in 4 minutes, I'm gonna go.